Here we go. Hey, what's up, YouTube? This is Eddie Berrios from the Bronx. Here today to speak on George Floyd protests. I've watched a couple of videos of others, doing debates on how policing and this and that should be done. Obviously, this is a racial issue. It's always been a racial issue. Every time interaction with a black man with the police, like more than 50% of the time, that black man ends up beat up or dead. As far as the protests, I'm putting my 2 cents in. This has always been. This is why this protest is so big. We're talking about nationwide, worldwide. You got people in England, Germany, Ireland. I mean, places that you would never thought of screaming Black Lives Matter. And the reason why is because white people are involved. That's the only time the governments really open up their eyes, when white people get involved. Every time I watch a protest now, I see more whites than I see black people. And they're just going crazy, ripping down statues and fighting with the police and smashing and burning up cop cars. You know what I'm saying? When this happened to Rodney King, it was nationwide for a while. It died out. White people didn't come out for Rodney King the way they came out for George Floyd. Y'all all remember that. White people didn't come out. And after Rodney King, clearly on video, being gang beat, laying in the middle of a circle, cops taking turn beating him with batons, it didn't really last. And nothing changed.
Rodney King was married when he didn't have a white woman.
You know what I'm saying? Nothing changed. It continued the same. Now George Floyd, it's worldwide. This has never been seen before, and this is my opinion, and this is because from what I see, white people are now involved. I don't believe if white people got involved, if white people didn't get involved in this George Floyd thing, it would have been the same. It would have just been another Rodney King. It would have been protest, looting, just like back then they looted. Every time it's looting, it doesn't matter who it is, they loot. They destroy, they protest. There's more peaceful protesters than violent protesters, But white people got involved. And this goes way back than George Floyd. This goes way back than Rodney King. Every time white people got involved in the black civil rights movement, this is when things happened. Because when people of color do it on our own, nothing happens. It gets a short attention. But when white people didn't get involved, the wheels start turning. And that's what's happening now with this George Floyd thing. The wheels start turning. This is worldwide. This is like a phenomenon. It's incredible. And it sucks that nothing is done when just black people, protest. But the white boys are involved now. The white women, the white men, people in government are speaking out. And now it's opening eyes. Now police officers are being fired. Now police officers are quitting before they're getting fired. I mean, it's crazy. And it sucks that that's what it takes for people of color, specifically black people of color, to get that kind of respect and make change. I mean, this goes back to 1940s, 50s, Mississippi, when they were lynching black people out there, killing black people. It didn't start getting any attention until they lynched freedom fighters, which were white, who are accompanying black protesters. I don't know the story. What's the name of that story? The Mississippi? They made the movie about it, Mississippi Burning, when they killed those 2 white boys with that black boy. That's the only time they gave a shit. FBI got involved. Everybody got involved. And it made change in Mississippi because whites got involved. So that's my take on this George Floyd issue and protest and the change. But let's see how much change is actually going to happen. Me personally, I believe there's actually going to finally be some change. Maybe not the change that we all would love to see, but there is going to be some change. I believe that. I mean, even after George Floyd's death, black men are still dying at the hands of the police. Just not too long after that, 2 more black people were killed, you know, by police. But let's see what happens. Let's see what happens. Eddie Berrios from the Bronx. Peace.